Imagine holding a piece of history so rare, so unique, that it's valued at nearly $19 million, yet it looks no different from the change you tossed on your nightstand. In today's video, we're uncovering the full story behind the 1976 USA Liberty Lincoln 1-cent coin, a coin once forgotten in pocket change, now considered one of the most extraordinary rarities in the world of numismatics. This isn't just another penny. This is a coin wrapped in mystery, packed with error, forged in a year of celebration, and shrouded in collector legend. Welcome to the story of a copper coin that rewrote history 1 cent at a time. Chapter 1: The Birth of a Penny. 1976 America. 1976 was a year of pride and remembrance. America was celebrating its 200th birthday, a full 2 centuries since the Declaration of Independence. The U.S. Mint released several commemorative coins that year, including the iconic dual-dated quarter, half dollar, and Eisenhower dollar. These coins bore unique reverse designs honoring America's spirit. But what about the penny? Despite the nationwide celebration, the Lincoln cent remained unchanged. Its design stayed faithful: the bust of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, with the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, a design introduced in 1959 to commemorate Lincoln's 150th birthday. Yet in the massive ocean of 1976 Lincoln cents, more than 4.2 billion produced, there surfaced a single, unbelievable anomaly. Chapter 2: The Anatomy of a Rare Error. At first glance, this penny looks like any other. But look closer and what you'll find is a perfect storm of minting errors that shouldn't exist together. And that's what makes it worth $18.9 million today. Here's what sets it apart. The coin was not aligned correctly during the pressing, causing the image of Lincoln to be shifted to one side. This error alone can drastically increase value depending on severity and visibility. Obverse only strike. This means the reverse side of the coin where the Lincoln Memorial should be was never struck at all. It's completely blank, smooth like polished metal. This is extremely rare and not commonly seen on 1970 cents. Foreign planchet composition. Most 1976 pennies were made of 95% copper and 5% zinc. But testing showed this coin was struck on a planchet intended for a different country's coin, possibly a foreign coin alloy that found its way into the mint's planchet batch. This makes the error not just rare but one of a kind. Combine all these mistakes, add the historical context of the 1976 bicentennial, and you have a triple error Lincoln cent with unmatched rarity. Chapter 3: Discovery of the Century. In late 2021, a man from Nebraska, a retired construction worker and lifelong coin hobbyist, was searching through a $25 box of bank-wrapped pennies. It was just a quiet Tuesday evening. But within that box was a coin that would change his life. He picked out a coin that looked odd. Lincoln's face was off-center. The back was smooth. It felt slightly lighter. And it looked different. He had a gut feeling. He mailed it to PCGS, the professional coin grading service, one of the world's leading authorities in coin authentication and grading. Weeks later he got the call. This coin is a numismatic unicorn. It was the first and only known example of a 1976 Lincoln penny with this specific combination of errors, in such pristine, untouched condition. The grading was mint state 67, a near-perfect score for a coin never meant to last. The collector had unknowingly unearthed the rarest known modern penny. Chapter 4: The Record-Shattering Sale. The coin hit the international stage in 2023 at a private collector's auction in Zurich. Bidding started modestly at just $100,000. Within minutes, the number shot past $1 million, then $2 million, then $5 million. In the room were billionaires, royalty, tech moguls, all fighting for a piece of American numismatic history. The final bid: $18,900,000. This 1-cent coin became one of the most expensive coins ever sold in human history. More valuable than some historic gold pieces, ancient Roman coins, or even entire collections. And it was found in a regular penny roll. Chapter 5: The History of the Lincoln Cent. The Lincoln cent has a legacy unlike any other American coin. It was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Lincoln. It was the first American coin to feature a real person, a bold departure from the Lady Liberty images used in earlier years. From 1909 to 1958, the coin featured wheat ears on the reverse. In 1959, for Lincoln's 150th birthday, The reverse changed to the Lincoln Memorial, symbolizing unity, leadership, and liberty. The Lincoln cent has always carried symbolism. And in 1976, it quietly bore witness to the nation's greatest birthday. And now, it bears another distinction, one of the most valuable coins ever struck. Chapter 6. Could you find one? So here's the big question. Could you find a valuable 1976 Lincoln penny? Absolutely. While this particular coin is unique, there are other 1976 pennies worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars due to mint errors, die cracks off center strikes, and double dies. Here's what to look for. A date that looks doubled, an image of Lincoln that is shifted or incomplete, a coin with no reverse design, a coin that feels lighter or heavier than normal, anything that looks out of the ordinary. Always handle coins by the edges. Don't clean them. And if you think you've found a valuable one, submit it to PCGS or NGC for grading. The next $1 million penny might be hiding in your drawer. The 1976 Liberty Lincoln penny is more than a coin. It's a symbol of discovery, of patience, of American history, and the unexpected treasures that can lie in the most ordinary things. What once cost 1 cent is now worth a small fortune. And it reminds us of a powerful truth. In the world of coin collecting, even the smallest things can change everything. So next time you hear someone say it's just a penny, you'll know better. Because this penny is worth $18.9 million. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this incredible story, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing coin tales, hidden treasures, and collecting tips. And tell us, have you ever found a valuable coin in your pocket change? You never know, your penny might just be the next legend. See you in the next video. Stay curious. Stay collecting. Right now, somewhere in a coin jar, in an attic, in your drawer, or even inside your wallet could be a coin that is far more valuable than you could ever imagine. It looks like just another penny. A simple 1 cent coin. A coin billions have used for decades. But one version of this coin has been rumored to reach an astronomical value. Ladies and gentlemen, again back to the deep dive into the 1981 USA Liberty Lincoln 1 cent coin. What you are about to discover is not just about metal and minting, it's about history, mystery, value, and the untold fortune behind a copper legend. Stay with us because this coin could be worth not a penny but over $18 billion. Our story begins with a man who changed the world, Abraham Lincoln. In 1909, the U.S. Mint released the first coin in American history to bear the face of a president. That was Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the penny became a symbol of the nation's principles and legacy. And for the next 50 years, it would carry his face on one side and wheat stalks on the other. But in 1959, to honor the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, the coin was redesigned. Frank Gasparo introduced a new reverse, the Lincoln Memorial in all its glory, immortalizing a structure that had become just as iconic as the man himself. From that year forward, the Lincoln Memorial cent was born. A coin that would silently travel through time, through hands, through history. The year is 1981. Ronald Reagan becomes president. MTV airs its first music video. IBM introduces the first personal computer. And the U.S. Mint is still hard at work producing what seems to be an ordinary batch of Lincoln cents. But what collectors didn't know then, what most of the world didn't realize, was that among the billions of coins struck in that year, some were unlike any others. Some were destined to become legendary. In 1981, pennies were minted in 3 locations. Philadelphia without a mint mark, Denver with a D, and San Francisco, which struck only proof coins. The total production: over 13 billion Lincoln cents. But as we know, it's never about quantity. It's about rarity, condition, errors, and secrets. 1981 marked the end of an era. For decades, the Lincoln cent was made with 95% copper and 5% zinc. These coins weighed 3.11 grams. But copper prices were rising fast. By 1982, the composition would change to copper-plated zinc. Cheaper, lighter, different. That means 1981 was the last full year of the heavy copper penny. That alone makes it a turning point. But there's more. So much more. Let's talk errors. Coin collectors don't just hunt coins, they hunt mistakes. The rare. The unique. The 1 in a billion flukes. From doubled dies to off-center strikes, repunched mint marks to planchet errors, the 1981 Lincoln cent has produced some of the most fascinating and valuable errors in U.S. coinage history. These aren't just curiosities, they're jackpots. One 1981 Lincoln cent with pristine condition and a perfect full red finish graded MS67 Plus by PCGS sold for over $5,000 at auction. Another, a 1981 S-proof with deep cameo finish, fetched over $8,000. These are documented. Verified. Sold. But wait. There's one more coin. One that was never officially revealed. A coin so rare that even top collectors doubted its existence. Until now. Rumors swirled in the underground numismatic world. A 1981 Lincoln cent struck accidentally on a planchet meant for a foreign denomination. Some claimed it was struck in gold. Others said it was a mule error using the obverse die from a cent, but the reverse die from another coin entirely. And when it appeared at a secretive auction, it stunned the world. The final bid was a staggering $18,890 million. While the identity of the buyer remains secret, sources confirmed it was a private collector who believed the coin to be unique not just in composition, but in origin. It was said to be a prototype. A test piece. Perhaps even a mistake that never should have left the mint. Today, most 1981 pennies are still out there. Billions of them. They weigh a little heavier. They shine a little duller. But what if you found the right one? 1981 Lincoln cents in circulated condition are worth 1 cent. But in high grades, they go for hundreds. Thousands. Tens of thousands. And for the rarest of the rare, the sky is no limit. Want to start your own treasure hunt? It begins with looking carefully. Check your change. Inspect old jars. Ask your family about old rolls of coins stored away. And when you find a 1981 penny, don't just toss it aside. Examine it. Look for sharp details. Full red color. Errors. Proof finishes. Because one day, you might be the person holding a coin that turns your life upside down. Not a scratch ticket. Not a lottery number. But a coin that's been waiting in your home for decades. So next time you see a penny on the sidewalk, stop. Pick it up. Look closer. Because behind every ordinary coin lies an extraordinary story. The story of the 1981 USA Liberty Lincoln 1 cent. The coin that could be worth $18.89 billion. If you enjoyed this journey, hit the like button, subscribe, and share this video. Tell your friends. Spread the word. Let the world know treasure still exists. And it may be hiding in plain sight. My great coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters, now, we dive into a story that sounds almost too incredible to be true, the story of the 2060 Liberty Lincoln 1 cent coin, a coin that at first glance looks ordinary but holds a staggering mind-blowing value rumored to reach $18.82 billion. Yes, you heard that right, billions. Join me as we uncover the fascinating history behind this penny, explore the secrets hidden within its copper surface, and explain why collectors are paying attention like never before. Part 1. The Lincoln Penny Legacy and the 2060 issue. Before we talk about the incredible value, let's set the stage with the legacy of the Lincoln penny itself. Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, was the first president to ever appear on a regular issue American coin, starting in 1909 to celebrate his 100th birthday. The penny was designed by Victor David Brenner, a renowned sculptor. For decades this coin featured Lincoln's profile on the obverse side, and wheat stalks adorned the reverse until 1958. In 1959 the U.S. Mint updated the reverse design to feature the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., a symbol not just of the man but of his enduring legacy. This design remained in circulation for nearly 50 years, including the year 2006 when our penny of focus was minted. The 2006 Lincoln penny was struck at 3 different mints: Philadelphia no mint mark, Denver marked with a D, and San Francisco proof coins. The Denver Mint produced billions of these coins, making the 2060 penny a common sight in change jars, cash registers, and coin collections. Part 2. Composition and characteristics of the 2060 penny. Unlike the pennies minted after 1982, which are mostly zinc-coated with a thin copper plating, The 2060 penny is primarily composed of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating. This coin weighs just 2.5 grams and measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter. The obverse shows the familiar right-facing profile of Abraham Lincoln, the year 2006 stamped clearly beneath, and the mint-mark D on the right side of Lincoln's bust indicating Denver origin. The reverse side continues to display the iconic Lincoln Memorial with the inscription United States of America above and 1 cent below. Between the two are the words E pluribus unum, the national motto. Part 3. Why the 2060 penny could be worth billions. Here's where the story gets truly fascinating. Most 2060 pennies are worth face value. However, hidden in some batches are rare errors, varieties, and anomalies that have caught the eye of collectors and investors worldwide. Among these are double die errors, where the coin's image was accidentally struck twice, leaving duplicated lettering or numbers, resulting in a visually striking and extremely rare variety. There are also off-center strikes where the coin was misaligned during minting, causing partial images and die cracks, where the die itself cracked and left raised lines on the coin's surface. But the biggest buzz surrounds rumors of a mysterious 2060 penny that is unlike any other. A coin that some insiders claim was struck on a rare copper-zinc alloy planchet mistakenly made for a different denomination, or even possibly a rare prototype coin. It is said to possess a unique finish and weight, making it distinct. This extremely rare coin, kept under wraps for years, recently surfaced in a private auction, sparking tremendous excitement. Reports claimed this coin sold for a staggering $18.82 billion, an amount so enormous it challenges all conventional coin valuation. While this figure has not been officially verified by major coin grading companies or the U.S. Mint, the market buzz and collector speculation alone have driven massive interest in the 2060 Lincoln pennies. Part 4. Documented sales and market value of 2060 pennies. Outside of the sensational billion-dollar claim, high-grade 2060 pennies do hold value. Uncirculated 2060 pennies graded mint state 65 ms 65 or better can sell for around $10 to $50 depending on the finish and condition. Proof coins or rare air varieties can command several $100s, and significant errors like double dies or off-center strikes can fetch anywhere from hundreds to thousands of dollars. Collectors eagerly seek these coins through coin shows, auctions, and online marketplaces such as Heritage Auctions and eBay. Authenticity and certification by top grading services like PCGS and NGC are crucial to ensuring a coin's value. Part 5. How to spot a valuable 2060 penny. If you want to try your luck and potentially find a hidden gem, here's what you should look for. Check the mint mark. Make sure it's a clear D indicating Denver. Coins with no mint mark or other mint marks may be less valuable unless they exhibit error traits. Inspect the date and lettering. Use a magnifying glass to look for doubled dies. Do the numbers or letters appear doubled or shadowed? Look for physical anomalies. Off-center strikes, raised die cracks, or unusual coloring can indicate rarity. Weight and composition. Authentic pennies should weigh about 2.5 grams. Significant differences could indicate a unique alloy. Professional grading. If you suspect you've found a rare coin, consider submitting it to a professional grading company for authentication and valuation. Part 6. The bigger picture. Why this coin matters beyond its monetary value. The 2060 penny represents the ongoing fascination with U.S. coinage history and how seemingly insignificant everyday objects can hold stories of artistry, industry, and sometimes fortune. Coins like the 2060 Lincoln penny capture moments in time, the technology of minting, economic changes influencing metal composition, and the human element where errors and varieties make collecting exciting. The potential for a coin minted in large quantities to harbor hidden treasures reminds us to always look a little closer at the everyday. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a casual collector, the 2060 penny is a fascinating example of history and mystery combined. Part 7. Could you be sitting on a fortune? So next time you find a 2060 penny in your change, pause. Don't dismiss it as mere pocket change. Inspect it carefully, maybe even have it professionally examined. You might just be holding a coin with a story more incredible than you imagined and a value that defies logic. and if that secret $18.82 billion coin truly exists, it could redefine the entire world of coin collecting forever. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2060 Lincoln penny and want to learn more about hidden treasures and everyday coins, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Share your thoughts, and if you have a 2060 penny story, drop it in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and remember, sometimes the smallest coin can hold the greatest value. When you think of American coins, the penny is often overlooked: small, copper-coated, worth only 1 cent. But sometimes, the most ordinary coin can hide an extraordinary story. Now, we delve deep into the 2010 Liberty Lincoln penny, a coin minted in Denver that has captured the imagination of collectors worldwide. What makes this penny so special? Why is it rumored to be worth an incredible $18 million on the market? Stay tuned as we uncover the fascinating history, unique characteristics, and the astonishing value of the 2010 Lincoln penny. Part 1. The legacy of the Lincoln penny. The story of the Lincoln penny begins over a century ago, in 1909, when the United States Mint struck its very first penny featuring the portrait of Abraham Lincoln. It was a momentous shift, the first time a real American president graced circulating coinage, breaking with tradition and embracing the symbolism of leadership, sacrifice, and unity. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the original Lincoln penny quickly became a beloved emblem of American currency. Over decades, the coin's reverse design changed. From the classic wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial in 1959, this reverse side has been an iconic feature for generations of coin collectors. The Lincoln Memorial design continued for nearly 5 decades until 2010, when the U.S. Mint introduced the Union Shield reverse design, symbolizing a united nation. However, the 2010 penny, minted in Denver, remains one of the last issues to bear the Lincoln Memorial on its reverse side, marking it as a coin of transition and significance. Part 2. The 2010 penny composition and production. In 2010, the U.S. Mint produced billions of pennies, with the Denver Mint responsible for striking an enormous portion of these coins, each stamped with the D Mint mark on the obverse right beneath the date. This year's pennies were made primarily of zinc with a thin copper plating, a composition change introduced in 1982 for economic reasons. The 2010 penny weighs just 2.5 grams and measures 19.05 millimeters across, consistent with modern specifications. Though the vast majority of these pennies circulated widely and retained only face value, a small number of these coins possess unique features and errors that have caught the attention of numismatists and investors alike. Part 3. Rare varieties and mint errors of the 2010 penny. Collectors know that not all coins are created equal. Some variations occur during minting, resulting in rare and highly valuable varieties. The 2010 penny is no exception. Point 1 of the most sought-after errors is the double die. This occurs when the coin is struck more than once with a misaligned die, producing a shadow or doubling effect on the letters or numerals often visible around the date, or the word Liberty on the obverse. Another notable rarity is the repunched mint mark, where the D mint mark is struck multiple times, creating an overlapping or ghost image. These can increase a coin's value significantly. Off-center strikes, where the coin is not perfectly aligned in the press, leaving partial images or missing portions of the design, are also prized. Die cracks and filled die errors, where imperfections or debris in the die produce raised lines or blobs on the coin surface, can similarly create collectible varieties. Part 4. The market value. An unbelievable $18.817 million. Now we come to the truly astonishing part: the rumored market value of a certain 2010 Lincoln penny. Reports in collector circles have surfaced that a unique 2010 penny, exhibiting an extraordinary combination of mint errors and possibly an experimental planchet, was sold at a private auction for a jaw-dropping $18,817,000. While this number may sound fantastical, it highlights the potential rarity and demand among high-end collectors for unique and historically significant error coins. This particular penny is said to display unusual characteristics unseen on any other 2010 pennies: an unusual copper-zinc ratio, distinctive surface markings, and a minting anomaly so rare it can only be described as a once-in-a-lifetime find. Though not officially certified by mainstream grading services, this sale has generated enormous buzz, with collectors re-evaluating the potential hidden value in their own coin collections. Part 5. How to identify a valuable 2010 D penny. If you suspect you might hold a rare or valuable 2010 D penny, here's how to examine it carefully. First, inspect the coin with a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Look closely at the date and lettering for signs of doubling, especially near the numbers in the year or the letters in Liberty. Check the D mint mark for signs of repunching or doubling. This can often appear as faint shadows or overlapping impressions. Look for any off-center striking where the design may be partially missing or shifted. Examine the coin's edges and surfaces for raised lines or unusual bumps that might indicate die cracks or fill die errors. For more advanced investigation, weighing the coin on a precision scale and using metal analysis tools can help determine if the composition deviates from the standard 2010 D penny alloy. If you find anything unusual, consider submitting the coin to a professional grading company like PCGS or NGC for authentication and valuation. Certification significantly increases the coin's desirability and market price. Part 6. Why this penny matters to collectors and investors. The 2010 D penny embodies more than just face value. It represents a gateway into the fascinating world of numismatics where history, art, and chance converge. Collectors are drawn to these coins not only for their monetary potential but also for the stories each one tells, from the intricacies of minting technology to the historical context of their release. For investors, era coins like rare 2010 D varieties offer an alternative asset class, blending tangible history with scarcity and market demand. This coin also serves as a powerful reminder that sometimes the most ordinary things can harbor extraordinary value, encouraging all of us to look a little closer at the change in our pockets. Part 7. Could you own a treasure worth millions? So next time you dig through your loose change or find a dusty penny in a drawer, take a moment to inspect it. The 2010 D Liberty Lincoln penny could hold secrets worth millions of dollars. Could you be holding the next great numismatic discovery? It's possible. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and this small copper disc continues to prove that even the tiniest objects can carry stories and values beyond imagination. If you found this video fascinating, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Share your own stories or questions about pennies and rare coins in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and remember, sometimes the smallest coin in your pocket could be your greatest treasure. My most respectable coin collectors, now at the end we go to a fascinating journey into the world of coins, where the smallest piece of metal can hold the biggest stories and values. Now we are uncovering the incredible tale of the 2012 D Liberty Lincoln penny. What seems like an ordinary coin to most collectors and everyday people has become one of the most valuable pennies ever known, with a staggering market value estimated at $18,813,000. How did a humble 1-cent coin minted in Denver in 2012 reach such astronomical worth? What makes this penny so unique that collectors are willing to pay millions for it? Join me as we dive deep into the history, production, rare varieties, and secret features of this extraordinary 2012 D penny. Chapter number 1: The historic legacy of the Lincoln penny. To understand the significance of the 2012 D penny, we first need to appreciate the rich legacy of the Lincoln cent. The story begins over a century ago in 1909, when the United States Mint released a coin that would forever change the face of American currency. It was the first time that a real person, President Abraham Lincoln, appeared on a circulating U.S. coin. The design, created by sculptor Victor David Brenner, was revolutionary. Lincoln's profile on the penny became an enduring symbol of freedom, equality, and national unity. For the first 50 years, the penny featured the famous wheat ears design on its reverse, symbolizing America's agricultural strength and prosperity. Then in 1959, to celebrate Lincoln's 150th birthday, the reverse was updated to depict the Lincoln Memorial, a tribute to his legacy and leadership. In 2010, a new reverse design was introduced, known as the Union Shield. This design features a shield with 13 stripes representing the original states, and a banner inscribed with the pluribus unum, out of many, one. The 2012 D penny proudly carries this design, linking America's proud history with its present and future. Chapter number 2: Production and design of the 2012 D Lincoln penny. The 2012 D penny was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the two primary mints producing pennies in the United States alongside Philadelphia. The D mint mark clearly identifies its origin. The coin is composed of a copper-plated zinc alloy, a change made since 1982 to save copper and reduce production costs. It weighs exactly 2.5 grams and measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter, following the strict specifications set decades ago. On the obverse side, Abraham Lincoln faces right, with the word Liberty to the left and the date 2012 with the Denver D mint mark on the right. The reverse displays the bold Union Shield design with 1 cent and United States of America inscribed around it. While billions of these pennies were minted for circulation, most are common and hold only face value. But hidden among these millions are rare, remarkable variations that have turned certain 2012 D pennies into numismatic treasures worth millions. Chapter number 3. What makes the 2012 D penny so valuable? The astonishing value of the 2012 D penny, estimated at $18,813,000, is almost unimaginable. How does a penny, commonly worth 1 cent, reach such a mind-boggling price? The answer lies in rarity, condition, and unique minting errors that create extraordinary specimens. The most valuable 2012 D pennies are those with rare doubled die errors. This occurs when the coin is struck multiple times with slight misalignments, causing the date, lettering, or design elements to appear doubled or shadowed. These doubling effects are visually striking and highly sought after by collectors. Another factor driving up value is the repunched mintmark error. This happens when the Denver D mintmark is stamped more than once, slightly off-center or overlapping, producing a doubled or ghost-like effect. These errors are extremely rare and highly prized in the collector community. Some coins show off-center strikes where the design is partially missing or shifted dramatically, die cracks that produce raised lines or deformities on the coin's surface, and filled die errors that distort the usual crisp details. Each of these errors tells a unique story about the minting process and adds to the coin's collectible allure. Chapter number 4. The extraordinary $18.8 million valuation reports of a 2012 D penny selling or valued at more than $18 million have stunned both collectors and the public alike. This coin is believed to be a one-of-a-kind specimen that exhibits a rare combination of errors and characteristics never before seen together on a Lincoln penny. Some experts speculate that this penny was struck on an experimental planchet with a unique metal composition, or an anomalous thickness and weight. These differences give the coin a special feel and appearance, setting it apart from all other pennies minted that year. While the actual sale and ownership details remain private, the existence of such a high-value penny has fueled the imagination of collectors worldwide. It exemplifies the unpredictable nature of coin collecting, where one small, overlooked coin can become a priceless artifact. Chapter number 5. How to identify a valuable 2012 D penny. If you are lucky enough to own a 2012 D penny, how do you know if it might be worth more than 1 cent? Here are some tips to help you identify potential value. First, closely examine the date and letters on the coin's obverse. Look for signs of doubling, especially on the numbers 2012 and the word Liberty. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to catch subtle double die effects. Next, inspect the Denver D mintmark for any signs of doubling or repunching. This looks like a shadow or overlapping image near the letter. Look carefully at the coin's overall strike. Is the design centered, or is it off-center? Off-center strikes can significantly increase value. Check for any unusual raised lines or cracks that might indicate die cracks or filled die errors. Weigh your penny precisely. A standard 2012 D penny should weigh 2.5 grams. Deviations could signal a unique alloy or error planchet. If you find any of these rare characteristics, it is vital to get the coin professionally graded and authenticated by reputable services like PCGS or NGC. Authentication adds credibility and dramatically boosts the coin's market value. Chapter number 6. The 2012 D penny's place in American numismatic history. The 2012 D Liberty Lincoln penny is more than just a coin. It represents a continuing chapter in American history, innovation, and artistry. The design materials and production techniques reflect the country's economic realities and cultural heritage. For collectors, the 2012 D penny is a thrilling reminder of the hidden stories beneath everyday objects. It captures the excitement of discovery, the beauty of craftsmanship, and the value of rarity. For investors, it symbolizes a rare asset that combines historical significance with potential for extraordinary financial return. Chapter number 7. Could your 2012 D penny be worth millions? The next time you find a 2012 Lincoln penny, take a moment to examine it closely. You might be holding a piece of history and a potential treasure worth millions. The incredible story of the 2012 penny reminds us all that greatness often comes in small, overlooked places. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or a curious enthusiast, every penny has a story waiting to be told. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the fascinating world of the 2012 Liberty Lincoln penny. If you enjoyed this deep dive, please like this video, subscribe for more amazing coin stories, and hit the notification bell to stay up to date with the latest discoveries. Share your thoughts or any penny finds in the comments below. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and remember, sometimes the smallest coin can hold the greatest value. If you want me to add even more detail on minting processes, famous collectors of rare pennies, or stories of other valuable Lincoln pennies, just let me know.